2021, I marketed and sold three major properties in Lagos. The first in Ekpe, Lagos, Nigeria. The second one around the um, approved international airport in Alaro, and the last being in Elerongbe, ibeju, lekki. And the Ekpe property is very flourish estate, sold for 500,000 naira. Lagoon Front was launched at 5 million naira, and the last one in ibeju, a gazetted property, is Gori Court Estate, was launched at 2.5 million naira. And I successfully marketed these three properties, and I sold them. In 2021, so that time in 2021, in March 2021, a dollar was about 396 naira. $1 was 396 naira. And the dollar equivalent of the first property which I sold for 500,000 was about 1,262 dollars for 500,000 naira. For the one I sold for 2.5 million naira, the dollar equivalent was $6,313. And the last one, which I sold for 5 million naira, the dollar equivalent was $12,626. Now, fast forward to 2024, where a dollar goes for about 1,500 naira. You will see a sharp fall in the price value of those properties as at that time it was purchased. 500,000 naira, when you convert it to dollars right now, is about $333. $333. Now, 2.5 million naira right now is about $1,666. And 5 million naira right now is about $3,333. Now, what has happened simply meant that Naira has dropped massively. And I sat down and I thought, have these clients not actually lost out on real value on their investment in Nigeria after 3 years? But I went through the current prices of what those estates now sell for, and that gave me relief and gave me a better understanding of how this is actually priced and how value is attached to real estate in Nigeria. So the one that sold for 500,000 naira now sells for 3 million naira. The one that sold for 2.5 million naira now sells for 15 million naira. And the one that was sold for 5 million naira now sells for 25 million naira. That was Lagoon Front Estate in Alaro by Landmark. Now sells for 25 million naira. Now, I sat down, picked up my bios, and did the calculation. And I saw that, okay, why Naira was reducing in value as against the dollar. What most developers did was to increase the price value of their assets in Naira. For the ones that actually sold for 5 million naira, as the economy became messier and messier, the value of everything, it is natural, the value of everything got increased, and the same thing happened to those landed properties across the three of them. So that actually gave me relief that, okay, those clients have not actually lost in terms of the amount invested, because things are no longer the same. The economy is no longer the same. Even when they bought, when Naira was better priced to dollar as at that time, right now, the price value of their property has also increased almost 4 times. That opened my eyes to what actually makes real estate go up in price in Nigeria. And this is not necessarily all about um, development. It's not necessarily about infrastructure. It's not necessarily about migration. It is just inflation. Inflation is the reason why you see price increase every time. And doing this little calculation, I could figure that out because an estate that was sold for 500,000 naira and sells for 3 million naira at this time should increase in value or increase in price because of visible infrastructural development. But that particular land is almost the same it was as far back as 2021, but price has changed. No infrastructural value attached to it, no migration, nothing, but price has changed. Price has changed because Naira crashed. What this tells you is that um, real estate actually saves you from inflation. So ordinarily, value should increase or price should increase with real value, with infrastructural value. But that has not been the case. It has been a case of a crashed economy leading to inflation and also skyrocketing the price of those properties. This is what real estate does to you. It shields you from inflation. The same thing happened to the other two properties, one for 2.5 million naira and the one for what do you call it, and the one for 5 million naira, now going for 15 and 25 million naira respectively. Now, one thing I noticed for those two is that um, even with inflation, even with inflation, which has made the price go up, we can hold on to certain infrastructural development. And this is why you see that it has gone as high as 15 million and 25 million naira, and the other one is just about 3 million naira. You would see that you can hold on to, even when um, people, or even when the price of those properties went up because of inflation, you can see that there are traces of development which was also added to the increase in the value of those properties. So my driving point is that for those properties that are land banking properties, when you see the price increase, it is not necessarily because of development. No, it is because of inflation. It's because of inflation. Inflation will make you spend more money on products that you would have spent lesser. So that's what inflation does. For the other ones, because of infrastructure we could hold on to, like the international airports, like the road network, and the rest, you see that even with inflation, value is being added to those ones. What this just tells us is that um, with real estate, you safeguarded against inflation, and the value you think you've lost with the dwindling naira is actually the reason why you see the naira value keeps increasing and increasing. And you might not be able to sell at the price that it is being pegged, but with time, you would understand that holding it will create demand. This is what real estate does to you. It guides you and protects you against inflation. The truth is, the value no longer is the same, but real estate has its way of shielding you away from inflation. So the long and short of this is that price increase is not because of the value increase, it's because of the dwindling economy. It's because of inflation. I actually realized that, and a lot thankful that I've helped certain persons to guide against inflation by investing in real estate. So, are you watching me and you are still doubtful about investing in real estate because of the dwindling Nigeria economy? You can actually invest in, and let's always appreciate. It's going to keep you safe away from inflation. So, what is that property you want to buy? Call me right now. My number is on the screen. For advice and consultation, um, my number is on the screen, and we can start the process of you buying those properties, safe properties. Until we see again, stay safe, keep investing in real estate, and peace.